people do say it's not really fit the mold of Giallo. I don't know how. I feel like this fits the mold of Giallo perfectly.
Oh, it does.
All right.
100%. And it's also a giallo that is being rewritten by one of the people who wrote the rule book.
Yeah.
This is possibly, I mean, I don't want to say his most important film because but you know, I've had people ask me before, oh, you know, if I'm going to get into Dario Argento, what should I see? And you know, do I say like Suspiria, which is a life-changing film, or Deep Red, that is a life-changing film, or the early stuff? And I have to say, this 1987 film is a sublimation of all good things about Argento.
Oh, I
And it is the best place. It's one of the few times you can actually go, this is where you start in the middle of the career. And then when you see what came before, oh yeah. So
right.
yeah, this I would I say that this is definitely a giallo because Argento says it's a giallo. I mean, you could even argue it's more of a crimi, but
Wait,
which is a German version that you know has more to do with like you know
crimi.
cops and robbers and stuff.
Yeah, crimi sounded totally different meaning.
I'm gonna say right
the
now.
version that I wanted to ask everybody. I'm sorry to, but
Oh, go ahead.
how many people watched the version that has the Sound of Music ending?
I think I did.
Okay, so it
I
like
don't remember now.
the killer was still alive.
Yeah,
And they were in Switzerland. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like the song.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I just wanted to make sure because this is a film. Movie I found. Exactly, that's what I was going to say. There's a theatrical cut. There's also the director's cut. But this also suffered something that you know. This came out at a time that was, and I think Mick, you'll agree with me, was very important for fandom. People were starting to be able to get more of a network going, and magazines were coming out. People were living off these magazines and going in the backs, finding people who had video VHSs of all these crazy films. And then we started seeing things like Uncensored. And then people like Tim and Donna Lucas came out and produced a magazine called The Video Watchdog. And we all discovered that all these crazy foreign horror films that we were seeing via VHS were missing half the gore. And sometimes, especially in Argento's situation, missing part of the plot. So when you say there are several versions, Mick, yeah, it depends which video company put it out.
There's a version of this movie where she, at the end, decides to join in with him. She is like her mother, and she's going to be with him.
Well, that's that. Okay, so that leads up. Okay, so exactly what happened with the very strange ending. Nobody knows if he knew it in advance, but Argento did not give any form of script or any information to any actor until they were actually in Sweden.
Wow.
So it was purposely done, aka kind of like Hitchcock, but also this is an important film for Argento because it's kind of the last time that he's given literally full reign. Like most of Argento's scripts are like 20 pages if you're lucky. A lot of it is done on set. And it's, you know, it's kind of why a lot of people either love him or hate him is he will push his actors. He will want to work on a little bit of everything, which we can, you know, talk about the music. But that also leads him to get very unhappy when actors don't actually take it seriously.
Yeah, supposedly he was. He always was fighting with actors. In fact, I heard that the main actress in this, Christina Marcelak.
Oh, Christina Marcelak. Christina Marcelak. She's a Spanish actress. Oh my God,
thing.
she did. She never wants to talk about it, but Severin did get an interview with her, and it's hilarious because she successfully, for 6 minutes, says nothing. Oh yeah, Dario. I always kept an eye on him because he would talk, but it never seemed like he was talking to me. And well, yeah, you know, that was an interesting experience. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. But I'd heard so many stories about how, and this is if you go back in history with US directors, you have the same thing. But there is kind of a thing with Italian directors. It's like a lot of actors and actresses hated Lucio Fulci. If you piss a director off or you somehow get under their skin, they will push you to the limit. And that's exactly what he did with Christina. And, you know, this film, okay, so a lot of the cast and crew from Phenomena and Demons are in this film.
Actually, I recognize the makeup effects artist. Oh no, the costumer.
Exactly.
Sorry, the costumer. She was in.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, she's in Demons, and but what's really kind of cool is, okay, so the fact you have a lot of crossover there. I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second.
Sorry.
We were talking about.
Oh,
Well, in short, we'll eventually get to whatever I was going to say, I'm sure, is that there's a relationship among the crew that really starts with Phenomena that keeps going for a while into kind of a bad area for Argento. But this is what I was going to say. I'm sorry. It's that excitement and ADHD thing. So Jennifer Connelly was in Phenomena. Nobody can really say that Argento was that horrible to her, but she hated him so much that he wanted Jennifer Connelly to play Betty. That was his first choice. And when they contacted the agent, they didn't need any. She was just like, no, Mrs. Connelly is no longer associating with Dario Argento. So she was not the first choice. The first choice was Jennifer Connelly, and apparently to Argento, he thought he got along with her fine.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore in Argento.
So I guess this was Argento was supposed to be. Sorry, I have my notes over here. Argento, I guess, was supposed to direct an opera at a festival. And I don't know exactly what happened or why he got off of it, but he got pissed and he made this movie as sort of like revenge for that.
That's not completely true.
I didn't say anything was true. I said I heard.
Well, okay. Because actually, it's after this movie, Argento makes a distinct change in the directory of where he's going with his career, which eventually becomes problematic. But there's an amount of time in which he actually starts doing operas. In 2014, same year I think as Dracula 3D, he did Verdi's Macbeth as an opera. Huge opera fan. No, Dario Argento, very few things he's ever been kicked off of. But no, I've never heard that story, because I know, like, the first horror film that Dario Argento ever saw was the 1943 Technicolor Phantom of the Opera. And also, he's always cited Edgar Allan Poe is also his other main thing. So Argento came into this with, like, he was excited to make this. And
the only thing I would say is maybe go listen to the Joe Bob episode, because he does talk about that.
Oh.
And
okay, I didn't.
So maybe there's a backstory there that I could see him knowing. You know what I mean? Like, only him, because he knew the guy. But I guess there was something in that situation. Also, I guess the one who played the agent was his first girlfriend.
Oh, Dario Nicolodi, yeah.
And they had broken up, so she feared the entire time he was going to try and kill her.
Okay, he's overstating this. He's way overstating this. Okay, so the controversy that started with Daria and Dario came with Suspiria and came with writing and who had the rights and all that kind of stuff. And yes, Daria Nicolodi, about 2 months before she died, had started kind of losing her facilities. She had reached out to a lot of people who had said she was just like unloading things. No, this was a big deal that Nickelodeon was coming back because the scandal between them, and there's a lot of other stuff between them in the middle, was very public. So this was also part of the excitement for this film. And Nickelodeon got along perfectly fine. There were several scenes she didn't like doing, but she didn't like doing them more as like an actress. Like she had to fall. Literally, that's Daria Nicolodi falling as the famous shoot through the eye port thing is.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
he talks about how that was worked. So it's messed up. So this is very cool. She had an explosive on the back of her head.
What?
In fact, she asked the explosives guy to cut it in half. He wanted to have more. He wanted to have a bigger explosion. And if it had gone in, it would have gone right into her brain. Those things are no joke. So it was on the back of her head. So that's how you get that when the bullet goes through the eye. This is where it gets real clever and cool. And I really appreciated this storytelling. So he did. The explosive guy did cut down the explosives. He wanted it to be as safe as possible too. He didn't agree with Argento, I guess. So that was a condom in the hole filled with blood.
Squib.
Oh shit!
Well, no, there was no squib in the. There was a squib in the back of her head. There wasn't a squib in the condom.
Oh, okay.
There's another guy in the back who sprayed it at the right time, and the explosion went off as it hit her eye.
Oh,
so that cool effect of like the blood popping out was actually the blood popping in. That was such a great effect. I'm so glad he explained that.
That was actually one of my favorite effects in this movie. Now that you mentioned, probably the favorite. Yeah. It was just so. I know I said something in the group chat.
What they had to make it work is really cool in itself.
Yeah.
So they had to build a replica of what supposedly it would look like to be looking for an eye hole in a door. So about yay big, and literally they filmed a gun being shot through that. Now, there was set up that it could be done multiple times. The thing that I thought was hilarious is around it, at the middle, there were several packs of Marlboros. So when it went through and heated up, it started smoking.
Oh, God, that's funny.
But no, that was a very, I mean, that was, I would say, pretty innovative as far as something in this film.
Oh, hell yeah.
But through the whole thing, just to even cut that way.
Oh, yeah.
Such a beautiful cut with the blood popping out. Oh, my God, that was so good.
Oh, Argento is, and this is the thing, this is why it doesn't ever surprise me when people say, well, he has actually done multiple operas, and he does do a lot of theater. And, he both has this huge background in opera, but also loves heavy metal.
that Motorhead?
Yeah. So Argento is, I mean, okay, so he becomes most famous as a film critic for a communist newspaper and in Italy, and becomes so popular that he actually basically talks his way into making his first movie. Because, well, not really, but he gets his way in via the fact he's a man of letters by writing screenplays. And of course, Mick, you know who he wrote for? Leone.
Did he write? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wrote for Leone.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Leone was the Francis Ford Coppola of Italy at the time, coming off. So all these young guys coming up under him makes sense. But
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, when you first said it, I'm like, Corman.
No. I just thought that's yeah.
So, and what's his name? Ian Charleston was in this, who, of course,
that's funny.
Is the head of Chariots of Fire.
The other cool scene I like, just because you guys are breaking that one down well, is when the dude's coming in to try to save the girl that's tied up with the shit in her eyelids, so she closes her eyes, and he gets stabbed through here, and it shows inside of his mouth.
Yeah,
that was so fucking awesome,
dude. That whole I loved, like
the build up and the setup for that alone was dope, but just like the execution of that violence for that scene, I'm just like, holy shit.
And go back. Go back. Well, I guess you guys don't have to, but anybody watching, if you go back and watch, you never really see her get hurt by the things, right?
Yeah.
And it's not, other than like showing what happened to the bodies, there's not a lot of gore. Most of it's in your head, and they do a wonderful job.
Oh yeah. Well, that's another thing that is why this, I think, truly feel is, you know, the kind of head of like Dario Argento doing what he does best. This is a film, and this is right out of Dario's mouth, about sight. And it is very much, it's very much a postmodern film and the end of postmodernity. But it's also a film that is making the character and making you watch the murders. Because what has he been doing since day one? Making you watch the murders. It's all about sight. It's all about perception.
But we're not really watching the murders. That's the crazy thing. Like, but in his other movies, we very much are. Like, there's no like.
But eyes are so important, and it's the act of sight that we're talking about. It's the act of sight.
And like her intensity in those scenes, like her eyes are fantastic. She plays it well. All I'm praising is the idea that like a guy who is primarily known for the gore and a lot of blood and focusing on, he made a movie where like you feel like you're watching all of that, and you're really not.
Yeah,
but
it's not that type of movie.
I mean, the two scenes we did bring up, though, they did, like, for the gore and the blood, they did stand out. You're right, there wasn't like a whole lot of it, but it did like really, you know what I mean? Like those two scenes really stood out. But they were done so freaking awesome though. Like I've never, both those scenes, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anybody get stabbed through like right here that I can remember.
And then through the mouth.
Getting stabbed through here, yes, you've seen that. But then the clear shot inside the mouth. You may see something you may see something in the mouth.
I think this is some of his best gore.
It's usually like a further shot away. You know what I mean? Like the shot's not so close up, like inside. It felt like the camera was damn near in the mouth with the knife. Well, you seen the knife going, you know, when the blade went through. And I was like, holy shit, that is fucking cool. That is, that's like a storytelling thing in itself.
I mean, I mean, Argento's use of red or any colors really is just fantastic, and that blood, especially who was that Will McNamara's character in the beginning, Stefano. When he gets stabbed right here, I'm not taking away from the idea that it's a bloody and it is gory, but let's think about how many horror movies, even in that decade, like this one, I would put up more in tone with Halloween or The Strangers, Event Horizon, stuff like that. It's the stuff that psychologically is tearing you down, because most of the violence in this film is like quick cut or far away, or like when she gets shot in the eye, it's still like you see the remnants of blood, but you don't really see much.
It's sumptuous. Yep.
Like, and I don't know, that is a horror element that is like we don't see as much anymore. Like I think now more and more we're starting to see it. Like folk horror really does a lot with that. But I really appreciate that. I don't mean to gush over it so much. And this isn't my favorite Argento movie by any means, but
I like this shit a lot.
Oh, I like this a lot.
But I don't remember all of them. I know Suspiria.
Oh, Deep Red.
Well, considering, I will agree with Mick, and this is why I also think this is the best place for anybody to start with Argento. Is it all works really, really well.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, like watching this and like going into it and listening to Joe Bob spiel again, having seen it when I was 17, I don't remember everything. I do remember the nails, and that always freaked me out. But I always remember seeing it. I always remember it hurting her, making her bleed. I always remember like a lot more violence in this. And I guess I'm associating a lot of other Argento movies that I watched at the time. But rewatching it in my 40s and seeing like how much nuance there is to this. You know, every little decision and stuff. And I'm not saying, like, again, Argento has his flaws, but the fact that he can come in and make something so different from like what he normally makes, like, just had me have like a whole new appreciation for it.
Well, you know, even though you hear a lot of bad things, a la Dario Niccolodi and that issue, and that is a really messed up issue, Dario actually, like a lot of directors, a lot of classic directors, if he gets along with you, he is awesome to collaborate with. A good example, and you know, we can talk later about the music, but Claudio Simonetti, or the fact that Franco Ferreri, who started working with him roughly around Phenomena, got along so well with him and worked hand in hand and co-wrote. They worked together up till, I think, The Card Player, and possibly, I think, right before he did Dracula 3D. So, you know, the collaborative process is so important to Argento, but I think Argento as a director and a person, if he feels you are not connecting with him, he could become an asshole. Let's be honest.
Oh, I've heard.
The stuff that he put Christina Marsalak through was horrible. That end scene where you think, well, actually, one of the cuts ends as that room burns down. I think I didn't. That's why I asked, because that's actually a cut that floats around the world quite a bit. But that was shot outside, and it was created a room, and literally, like when she's getting in there, getting that key in the fire, and you see it was, she was going to get burnt if she stayed there any longer.
Yes.
It was, and what she did say, because she is open about the fact that that was a horrible thing to do, is that she was so scared that she just wanted to get it over with, and it was, Dario thought was the best thing she ever did.
I'm not gonna lie, she was not a great
scared
actress.
a damn good performance out of her.
Yeah, that was the best performance in this movie out of her. Like she doesn't give off much. There's no actual real change for her. So like she's not a great leading lady in this. It's the mystery that's surrounding it that I think is just so enjoyable. She is the conduit to get us to the next thing.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. I thought that was poorly written.
Or like, for Aja Argento to grow up enough. So
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I wish she had, like, maybe somebody better was cast in the role. I feel like somebody who could have added more emotion to it. She was definitely the biggest flaw to it for me.
Yeah,
I didn't dislike her though. Like she had a charm. So like it wasn't like I just hate this person. I'm not starting this with Nick Cage. She just didn't do a good performance, but she was like fine enough person.
You didn't have to say that disgusting name.
I mean, he scared some pretty good things out of her. And, you sometimes wonder with directors like that if, of course, a lot have said, I just don't get along with that person. But some of them are like, oh, yeah, you've got talent. I know you have talent. You will not let that out. I want to see it. And then become assholes almost to the point of being mentors. So either you take that and you continue, or you end up kind of like Christina.
One thing I want to point out about the fighting or like people not liking each other on set is it's a job. The job's going to get done.
Yeah.
Like there have been plenty of people I've been on set with where we hated each other, but we worked, we collaborated. It was it. And if we saw each other on the jobs, there was a mutual respect in that way. And and even when it was other people or this, that, like, like from a producer standpoint, you got to be on it. Make sure this doesn't turn into anything. But it's always professional. Like people, like very rarely do you see it blow up into something that's not. Like people are going to come ready to work regardless if they like each other or not. But I just wish she had given a performance.
Maybe she did the best she could. Let me get to the comments really quick though.
Yeah.
T-Kit What's up, guys? I was at the Friday the 13th marathon. I gotta say that was crazy. Yes, we did successfully complete it.
Finish it.
I don't know why it got taken down on YouTube. I do have it downloaded on my computer, so I may try to get it uploaded again. I don't know
if that's connected to Shout Factory.
But
I can do.
That was fun as
have
hell.
It too, and we should cut it into clips, like 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever clips.
Yeah, and
part 1, part 2, part 3. Yeah.
There you go.
And as far as Nightmare on Elm Street, no, because we didn't plan that out at all. But I'll tell you this: Halloween Eve is on a Friday next year. I'm putting it out there now. I am thinking of doing a marathon for Halloween.
I am thinking about doing
a I know we were talking about doing one, but we talked each other out of it.
We were too tired. Like Halloween would have been tough.
But you know what it was? It was because we did one for Friday the 13th in June, and in July we did one for Jaws, and it was just, I know Jaws wasn't as long, but still. But
7 hours.
So 2026 Halloween Eve.
Well, tonight on Sturdy's Discord, if you're a part of that, I'm not doing it live, but we're gonna be doing a watch party. I'm gonna try and show Sinners, Weapons, and Him.
Oh, cool!
There you go.
Wow, that's a nice.
Link is in the description. Link is in the description if you guys want to come and watch along and all that. But yes, again, 2026. Be on the lookout because I had a good time doing that. I know how to prepare better now. I know how to prepare a hell of a lot better now.
Yeah.
One of them is having more of us on screen. So we could kind of not saying that, you're taking off too long, but we can kind of rotate through. I got to walk around and stretch and shit because, wow. It was fun. I had a great time. I can't wait to do something like that again. Maybe some shorter ones with gaming or something even, but it's coming back. Don't worry, it's coming back.
Well, the whole point was like so they could take our commentary and watch it over the movie if they want to.
Yeah. Could have did that too, but hey. Hey, listen, we'll do it again.
Get Chris back in the next time. Did you fall out of your seat in that one?
Yes. Yeah. That was during that marathon. Yeah. That was during that marathon. Which
I remember because he was like falling asleep, and then all you heard was crack.
No. He was moving around in his chair when he fell out of it.
He was sleeping at one point in the chair.
Oh yeah.
That was earlier. That was earlier because he ended up going backstage.
I slept. I broke a chair. I fell. I rolled.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god,
that was hilarious.
I don't mean to segue so quickly, but to come back to the movie, I did want to ask your guys' opinion on the Crow. The Crow. Hey, what's up, Chad?
Yo.
Like that whole ending with not the Crows, the Ravens.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
it's and the fact that they used animatronics and puppetry and stuff like that was cool shots, but how believable was that for you guys?
I liked it.
Supposed to be believable
because
I mean, it even ends. I mean, this is why it's so important to understand that this is. I mean, Argento knows what he wants to say here, and it's all about the eye, and it's all about sight, and it's all about. I'm making you see these things. And it even includes, as there's the whole scene with the pecking of the eye out after it flies and it's the killer. Cool. But the real cool part of it is one of the, Giallo is how they did it, but because it was probably like a sheep eye or something. But when there's a raven on the ground who takes the killer's eye in its mouth and spits it back out is just cinema beauty.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But ravens really do hold a grudge. They'll remember you, like that guy said. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it's going to end up like that. I don't think they're going to swarm you and peck your eyeballs out.
They might.
Not only do they have a photographic memory and remember you, they tell their home, like, listen, yo, that dude Chris down there. Yeah, that's the one that threw that rock at the birds.
Again, that's
only like
the whole
3 animals or 4 animals in the world that have object permanence. And it's like tigers, elephants, I believe ravens, and I don't know if there's another one or not, but
I think monkeys.
Around with them. Like if a raven was near me, I'm gonna be kind.
I believe Mick. I believe it's primates.
I believe
Maybe.
I believe it's primates.
Yeah,
I always wanted
I mean,
a
you're probably
raven.
right, but I just knew. I've always known the tigers and the elephants, and the ravens. I found out in the last few years.
Always
Same.
wanted a raven.
As a matter of fact, I found out from
it's a huge,
like this year, some dude on TikTok.
It's a huge in for his obsession with Edgar Allan Poe, also.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's two big loves there. Opera.
I mean, look at it. They were doing the Scottish play.
Edgar Allan Poe is legendary.
The Macbeth element of this we
No,
haven't
I don't say it.
Oh yeah. Well, I did. Yes. It's not like I'm like
fall over on you.
It's not like I tell Denzel Washington he was so wonderful and whatever, and then have Will Smith beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, listen, it happened. You don't know.
It happened. It literally happened.
You don't know what's going to happen.
The year after this, at the Metropolitan Opera, a person jumped from the balcony and hung themselves.
Damn.
It was The Three Witches, a Shakespeare play.
You don't say it. You say the Scottish 100%. Play. You don't say the words.
The Scottish play.
That's
but no, that's it's
that's my
is
theater
there really
background.
Any truth there? No, but you're looking at a piece of work that has probably over time been one of the most popular of Shakespeare. Shakespeare's work has been around so long, and if you do it that many times, and theatrical is theatrical, a lore starts. And I mean, if you imagine the number of times in history there have been versions of Macbeth.
There was on that show, on the Joe Bob show, he actually said the word, and then he was like, "No, you can't say it." And why'd you have to go and say it?
That's like I don't know. I mean, okay, Titus Androgynous is my favorite, but I'd say that the other one's my favorite.
I love you.
I'm not a Midsummer Night's Dream kind of guy.
Fair enough.
I've been the ratings real quick, gents.
Oh yeah.
I gave this one an 8. I had a really good time with it. I enjoyed the story of it. The pace wasn't bad for me, really.
No.
And then just the kills that they showed on screen were just so worth it. Like they made sure that, especially those two, were very memorable and just like boom, out there, lots of red, which of course blood, but just the way they did it and the freaking eye, the peephole. The peephole was just, listen, be careful looking through peepholes. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say. But I gave this an 8. How about you, James?
Solid movie. I enjoyed it too. The beginning, I was a little iffy because there was a lot of opera singing in the beginning. I'm like, oh no, am I watching a real fucking opera here? I'm like,
tell me it's not beautiful though.
Yeah, it is. But my problem with it, I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
It's
also that the one we won't say the name is also in Shakespeare's work, the one that has been done in avant-garde in different ways the most, because this is a production of,
what I would say,
MMAC.
If you ever want to give a chance to opera, is go find out what story they're doing, go on Wikipedia or something and read the story.
Oh, okay.
Find the whole story out and then listen to it, and then you can attribute what parts are going where, and I think you'll find like a beauty in it. And I would say with albums too, voices.
It's just I don't know what they're saying. It's like they drag out everything, and I'm like, what did they just say? Is this Latin? I'm like, where are they singing? What's going on? But anyways,
country they're in.
Yeah. But anyways, solid movie. Great, like the people, like you said, the great kills. The eye thing reminded me. I was like, I'm not 100% sure. I was like, did Saul get that from this? Did Saul do that with the nails in the eyes?
I'm sure they did something with the eyes.
Something.
Yeah, so
I mean, I would say if anybody got the eye thing from somewhere, it was
from this
Clockwork Orange.
All right,
that's it. It has been brought up before. That was probably an inspiration. But as I said, his main thing is sight. But yeah, trust me, he was also, I mean, this is a guy that was consuming amazing amounts of music, amazing amounts of movies, literature. I'm surprised Dario's alive because he basically never slept. So, Dario does know what's going on around the world.
He has a bookstore in Rome too called Profondo Rossi after his first movie.
Yeah.
And guess who is the clerk that works there?
Oh,
Luigi Cozzi.
Ozzy, who made Contamination. And Profondo Rosso actually was about the 5th. Burn on Crystal Plumage was first.
Oh, was that his first? Okay.
Yeah.
So, James.
Okay. Yes.
Rating,
I'm giving it 8. It would have been higher, but a couple things, minor things that bothered me. I knew it was the cop. Quick.
Because he was outside her dressing room.
Yeah, no, I mean, they get to me, they gave it away, but I'm going to give them credit. They did trick me a little bit because there was a certain scenes where they show her emotional face, like, and that brain thumping, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, is she going to be the fucking killer? She kills him and ties herself up and thinks it's 2 different people.
Unfortunately, it was Mummy.
So I was like, interesting. Then it got me. I was like, no, it was the cop. I'm like, okay, cool. But no, this movie's
the cop from the beginning has no point and no use.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's never really investigating what's going on.
Yeah.
So
he's
it is pretty obvious. But I think that in itself is kind of. I think it's intentional.
I like.
Can I just say, and I know why I did it. Isn't that his kid? But when the entire time you're thinking the killer's hiding in her vents. And then the little girl just shows up.
The little girl,
and I'm just like, what a red herring. You used the killer as a red herring. How did you pull that one off, Dario? Too much cocaine in the time.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I guess so.
Trevor, what do you give this film?
I'll give this film a 9.5. It is not my favorite Argento film. My favorite Argento film is Profondo Rosso, or Deep Red, which also has so many cuts, but I highly recommend the longest one. This was my first taste of Dario Argento. I purchased it at a film convention, and it was also the first time I really learned that there was a whole element of cinema that was just getting cut to shreds, not just because of gore, not just because of nudity, just because it was too long. And that's where I also started making a lot of friends and contacting a lot of people, and would tape trade and all that kind of cool shit. So yeah, this is a film that has a very special place in my heart, and I literally lost count of watching this probably at about 25. And I don't mean the year, at 25, and I just have given up. It is a great introduction to Dario Argento. It really lets all the stuff kind of just hang out. And I also think it is the most successful film he ever had, but it also marks a change in him as a director. And there are several films after this. Trauma, Sleepless with Max von Sydow, even Card Player and Sindel Syndrome are okay films, but this is the last Argento Giallo horror that stands out. And that's why I'm giving it a 9.5.
Thanks.
And it's been part of my life for so long. And, it also introduced me to Claudio Simonetti and Goblin.
Yes.
Oh.
And that was, that in itself was like, wow. But no.
I was a little bummed there was no Goblin in this, though.
Well, it is, but it can't go by the name Goblin. It's Claudio Simonetti, who was one.
Yeah,
of the
but it wasn't. Like there's some
like
great music. Don't take me out of it. Like I love the music.
Simonetti was going in a very different musical
Goblin
direction. Yeah. So it was not, of course, Goblin is known for its prog music, which literally, as they're recording their first album, they start having a relationship with Dario Argento, and they bring this prog sound to Italian horror, especially his films, but also ones for Fulci and numerous other films. That honestly, some of the best things is the truly bizarre prog sound. And a lot of people, the first time they've honestly heard Goblin is when they hear they stumble upon the Italian cut of Dawn of the Dead, which I actually really like the Italian cut of Dawn of the Dead, but I really like the music. The music is amazing in that because Romero is using stock music to an extent, and also that yet again, and I'll shut up. This is one of those movies that it's been with my life for a while. So the beef thing between them, yeah, they didn't necessarily like whatever they did, but on the set of Two Evil Eyes, which was an anthology film that they both directed, a Edgar Allan Poe film, it was shot in Pittsburgh. It was shot at the same time, and Argento requested that they shut down the film for one day so he and George Romero could go see the Rolling Stones in Pittsburgh.
Very cool.
Wow. They got along really well.
I'm going to cheap plug, but it was Sturdy who did it anyway. I did a Does It Suck? Oh, no, classic film review on Two Evil Eyes. Go check it out. It's got a little more in depth about the movie in my review, and that was one of Sturdy's picks from earlier this month.
Nice.
Which I think you should watch on the show.
It's aged very well.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. That's a possibility.
It sounds familiar. I might have seen it.
What's your rating, good sir? Is that a foreign film? What type of film is it? Or who?
It was a cross between America and foreign because it's Dario Argento.
Collaboration.
Okay.
Collaboration between, but it was like $4 was really what was put into it.
All right.
Chris? What's your rating, man?
I actually really enjoyed this. I agree that it should be the entry point. It hits certain strides with certain things that were great. The soundtrack was great. The only letdown was honestly the acting portrayal with some of the characters trying to oversell or undersell at times. Other than that, I really enjoyed this. Even my lady was sitting here with me, and when the scene with the knife in the neck and you see it coming out in the mouth, she was like, "Oh, damn!" I was like, yeah, and I was just like, ooh. I really had a good time with this one. I really did. So I'm giving this one an 8.5, just because, like I said, just a little letdown of the acting or whatnot.
And what did you give this one, Mick? Or did you?
I want to point out, because I really enjoyed this, and to sort of my own PSA for movies. If I watched this when I was 17, so like 1998.
Don't lie.
Remember that? Yeah.
91, 92 when Nirvana started,
Well, I always attribute my first foreign film I ever watched was I went to a film class with my best friend, and we watched Cinema Paradiso, which is still my favorite. But another Italian film, which is great, and I think everybody should watch. But I will say, because these were dubbed, I never considered them foreign films until later when I learned more. So like I watched a lot of dubbed stuff growing up, right? So very Americanized, especially the Godzillas we talked about and such. So I never really considered them foreign. But I started getting into Argento and Fulci because of, and I want to pay him a little tribute here. My buddy Mario in high school, who was a big he was a big freak, man. The guy who loved the metal. And love horror films and stuff, and he was unapologetic about it. I always appreciated him for that. Awesome. But years later, he brought Cannibal Holocaust around. That's what we saw. Argento, he got me into it. So, and I'm sorry it's a long-winded PSA, but he was also the guy who ran Mario Likes Movies, which is how I got into podcasting. So
that's awesome.
So now I get to review this one. Just so I want to say thank you to him. And I want to say, as somebody who is lifelong, pretty much, been worked in every aspect of film and filmmaking, and loves this and loves movies and loves talking about them. Revisit things as you get older.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yes.
I have such a deeper appreciation for this movie now that I've seen it in my 40s, and an understanding of this movie, like a contextualizing that I get from this movie based on experience, which I didn't have at 17. So, I would often say that with a lot of movies. not just foreign, but any, but like revisit a lot of things that you may not have liked, and see if the context changes for you.
Very much. Well, Mick, I just have to say thank you for saying all those things, because it brings me back to the whole fandom element. And it is, the especially when, we didn't have the internet and everything. There was something about, just being able to find a friend or somebody and go, dude, you like that movie? You've got to see this. And we'd go out, rent it, and watch it, and like, oh yeah, and then move on to the next one, and the next one, and then find more people who are into movies and be like, you gotta see Cannibal Holocaust. And I miss that a little bit. I know it's out there and stuff.
That's probably why I'm not very successful as a podcaster, because anyone you see on the TikToks and the Twitter spheres and the and podcasts and such, all of these movie guys who've never worked on a set, or never, and some have, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good ones, or never been really movie critics and such, and it's fine to have opinions, but that's it. It's always a competition with those guys. Oh, well, you saw that at 9. I saw it at 7. Oh, you did. I found that, you can't even, like, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. That's why we called ourselves the Scene Snobs, because I'm tired of those people. But, like, this is something that, like, I think showing appreciation to the people who got you into things.
Very.
Dario showed that to me, because nobody in my high school, we're going to a Catholic high school. You think anybody really knew horror there? I was trying to get into it by going to the video store and learning, and just bringing things in. But then there were people who knew way more, and I love talking to them because they always shared that. I love watching Joe Bob and stuff like that to learn, because there was no IMDb. And that's why I fucking adore this stuff. And
I remember when IMDb opened. That was so awesome.
Oh, it felt so good. I used to read the book at the video store, the big old fat book that just had movie facts for fucking days.
I used to carry the Molten around.
As my best friend was ringing people up, eating the fucking cookie dough, fucking chocolate covered cookie dough.
Mick.
Learning.
Did you do this?
Rating.
Every week.
Shit.
You got the TV guide.
I'm gonna, what? Because I told that story, I was gonna be an 8. I'm gonna up it to a 9 for sentimental value.
Here's another one I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So I was always carrying the books around and everything, but I didn't really care about anything in the TV guide except for in the back there were the movies, and there were just little really cool descriptions. And I remember even being young, staying up way too late to see something.
One thing I will argue about with TV Guide, the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork's nice.
The artwork
pretty
was
cool.
They had original artwork for it. Oh, those were the days, man. Why can't we bring back days like that where there are actual people putting things to stuff?
Yeah.
There was actually artists in there. There was actually
so much better, so much care.
You get excited when your new TV guide comes. You're like, oh shit, what's playing this week?
But that's why people wanted to collect them. They were collector's items for the fact that people put care into it.
I mean, shit. It's why we collect what we collect now. All of us collect something. Like all of us collect something that we grew up with, whether it be film, whether it be figures, whether it be shit. I'm getting back into Pokemon cards just because of watching a bunch of videos on YouTube and Reels, and I'm just like,
gotta catch them all.
That too. And I'm just like, I miss like playing the games on Game Boy. That's still my shit. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. But I'm like, I miss collecting the cards. I miss just having the cards and looking at them. And then I'm like, I see how cool this community is, and I'm like, So
I'll find out there's an app that apparently you can just go through new cards on the app, and my daughter and son sometimes use it if they are in the mood for Pokemon, but they don't want to go out and buy new packs, or they don't want to spend the money on packs. It's literally just kind of a Pokemon flip.
No, I would definitely at least to check up.
I'll ask my daughter about it, and I'll find out the information.
Please do.
And just to add to my PSA, I encourage everyone here and any people watching who are listening who are creators, do that. Stop trying to own it. Stop trying to be on top of everything. Stop trying to be the originator of everything, and just thank the people genuinely who helped get you into stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like for me,
be honest, everything is a simulacra, And it's those people that influenced you and helped you and got you into making a simulacra, making a new version of the same thing. Honor them.
Damn right.
And also step into their shoes.
Damn right. Again, it's like for me, I always say, well, Chad gave us an 8, by the way. But like I always give credit to my older brother, my older cousins that got me into horror because shit, look where I'm at with it now.
With it being Halloween, that's the question I posed to you. Because Sturdy, you told me that story about, and like I met Jeff, and you know, and how close you are with Henry with horror and such. So I know that wasn't the brother that got you into it.
No, but me and Henry met in 2nd grade. We've been watching horror together and talking about horror together since the 2nd grade. So it's 30 plus years of my life.
Yeah, and it's honestly like it's for me. Like my mom got me into horror. I remember she watched The Exorcist on TV and like let me lay on the floor of her room and watch it. And that was like my introduction. I'm like, this is scary and I'm terrified and I love this and I want this feeling all the time.
Yeah.
So like and you know, there was a lot of contributors to that and to the getting into horror. But I want to ask you guys for Halloween, what who got you into horror?
Oh, for everybody else?
Yeah, all of you guys.
James, Chris,
and anybody watching.
My dad.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your dad. How did he get you into horror?
He put
did
on
he chase you around with a chainsaw, or did he watch it with you? Tell us.
One of the first earlier ones I can remember is probably the Universal movies. It was either Bela Lugosi's Dracula or Mummy or the Wolfman or something like that. And then he showed me, I guess I was a little too scared, so then he showed me Abbott and Costello and then Lord and Hardy, and then it just went from there. And then I got into Scooby-Doo, and then I remembered Vincent Price and his name and the voice, and then I got into going back into all that stuff, and then they became Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and from there gone.
Very cool. I love it. James, how about you, man?
All right, so mine is not like they're like, hey, check this movie out, sit with me, got me into it. My first introduction, it was when I was like 8 years old. There was a party. My father's sister was watching me and my brother, and they're watching a movie. There was a few people there. I stuck out of the room and I was looking what they're watching Night of the Living Dead, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Then ever since, like I've been trying to watch, but I hit a big boom when I got into my 20s. That's when I started going hardcore on horror movies.
Love it.
But I didn't have like someone actually get me into it. You know, it was like me stumbling across it and I go, what is it?
That's okay. Perfectly valid.
Yeah. That still counts. And then for me, it was also easy staying into it, besides following them around. Like as I got older, like I said, meeting Henry in the 2nd grade. And then my cousin Michael, his mother Debbie, was also a horror fan. So she would be the one adult that if we go to their house, I don't have to like have my older cousin or my older brother rent the movies. Like she would rent it because she enjoyed them too. So she would rent them for us and watch them with us. Something that stands out to me actually is we went to go see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, 2003, which is my favorite one. And we were sitting like, you guys know Crossgate, so we were sitting like all the way in the top row because this is before they had like the wheelchair sections like downstairs and stuff. So we were sitting like all the way upstairs in the back. So I was sitting, so it was like a seat here, and then my cousin here, and then my aunt was sitting in like a row ahead of us. There was a scene where everybody ahead of us jumped, including her. We were laughing so fucking hard because
I love it too.
The thing I love about horror now, because I don't really get scared. I jump around here and there, but I don't get scared like I did as a kid. But it's like watching it with the wife because she gets scared. She gets genuinely scared of things. She'll still jump in like that genuine fear, not just like a jump scare, like oh shit. I love watching it with people like that because it's just it makes it feel more like a horror movie than just watching it with a bunch of people that don't get that. You know what I mean? It's not that it's not, but you get more of that feeling, more of that kind of nostalgic feeling, that childhood feeling of like, oh shit, this is a scary movie. When you're watching with someone that's genuinely scared, like my cousin Jazzy's like that, and I'm just like, oh man, it's the best watching with people who get scared like that.
Yeah,
for real.
I got to give credit to my dad though. He's the one who got me into movies.
Nice.
He was silver screen guy, and like he would always put them on and like be like, "Come watch this," and like I would just sit in front of the TV and watch like every movie Like it felt like every movie ever made, all the John Fords, all the Howard Hawks, like just all that stuff from back
Into the
then,
Fire,
especially westerns.
So nice. Seeing Freddy as a kid, Into the Fire. Yes, and then as far as movies in general, I could just say my family in general would just enjoyed movies, whether horror or not. Just all the time watching movies. Like I go to my dad's, there's always something on, always a movie on TV. That's a lot. Or like a lot of the black films I got, not the hood films. That was for my cousins and shit. But like the other ones, black film, and I'll say like a lot of black sitcoms and series and TV shows, like Sanford and Son, for example, was always with my dad.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, my family was always in the film or some sort of, which I think most are, but I mean, just to the points where like, you know what I mean? It's like sitting down and watching a movie with the family, which was just a normal thing back in the day for me.
Trevor, I have a special question for you.
Okay.
Now we know that your mom was like, got you into movies in general, horror, with an emphasis on horror and like.
Well, actually, she didn't, but we keep.
Oh, I'm sorry. We talked about. I remember talking about.
Well, it's interesting when I really think about it. I mean, my mother did, as far as like the Universal horror stuff and like the things that were getting really, really good reviews, like The Hunger or Wolfen. Yeah, think about the years on those of my age. Yeah, so I was seeing these things and I had an appreciation of it, but my mother also very much was against like slasher films and things like that. So I apologize and I'll let you finish your question. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I was only going to say like, because you graduated into that though. You found it. And it started with those early ones. I want to hear about somebody, whether it be a passerby or something that influenced either a movie or like a genre on you. Do you have some sort of story like that?
I do.
I love
it. So I forget the year exactly, but I actually still have a program and I'm kicking my ass that I didn't go. I mean, my mother didn't do it. I just can't believe that. I could have seen Asimov, Bradbury, and Harryhausen all on a damn panel. That's just because I'm pissed about that from the past. But this also includes how I learned about John Woo and Chinese cinema outside of just my love the killer. I'm roaming around this famous Monsters of Filmland convention because I just want to go, I want to look at all the stuff. I want to see what I can buy. And I'm looking at one of the stalls and these two gentlemen come up to me and they're like, well, have you seen that? I'm like, no. And like, well, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, well, that sounds familiar. Is that the killer? Like, oh yeah, that's, this is bullet in the head. You definitely don't want to do that. And then also you might want to get yourself full contact. Those two guys were Joe Dante and John fucking Landis. And I did not know it until my mother went, wow. Did you see who they were? I'm like, no, just some guys are telling me about cool shit. So there, yeah, that was, that's one from my past that I just go,
wow.
Yeah. That's pretty rad. I love that.
Yeah.
That's very cool, my friend. I do. I'm mad for you that you missed that panel, but that is...
But that was just luck. And that's always okay. So this might be a bad thing, but I had talked to them also for a little while because they were asking me about, I'm coming to a convention, and I told them all this stuff, and I forget which one, if it was Joe or John, but one of them looked at me straight in the eye, and this is the thing about having my head from day one. Goes, if you come to a convention and you see something and you never thought you were going to see it,
get it,
buy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that stuck in my head. And after that, this pretty much all started.
That's awesome. And that is a valuable lesson. I found that out the hard way. I'm still kicking myself for that.
It's gotten me in trouble a lot, but I took it from people that apparently gave off pretty intense vibes.
I agree. Yep. I agree with that. There are some things I really think about back too, and I'm like,
Like, yeah, actually, my love of physical media pretty much started there too.
I mean, but we had no choice. We didn't have streaming back then. You know what I mean? That wasn't something we grew up with. That's something we were adult in our adult lives. Those shit you could stream, but physical media, you had to have physical media to watch everything you wanted to watch. You still do technically, but you know what I mean.
And you end up buying copies that were copied off the television with the commercials cut out, and yeah, you just did what you had to do.
Oh,
you know, there was a time that you had to see a movie in a movie theater. There was other places to do it, but you weren't going to be able to do it in your home. I don't remember this, but I remember my parents having this 16 millimeter reel, and this was done on a lot of major films of the original Star Wars. And what they would do is they would take highlights of the movie, and they didn't even have sound sometimes. And you could buy one and put it on a 16 millimeter, 16 or 8, I forget, and you would show it on a screen in your home. And it was like a best of reel. But they did that for all kind of movies. So I even remember that element of movies. So then when the beta/VHS happened, whoa, and my mother flipped out. Like, we had to, the year the consumer grade came out, we're talking like this thing's like this, and it goes whoop. We had to have it. So yeah, I'm lucky enough that I almost remember, like, as close to the advent of personal home video viewing of like something that's already existing. As it's really cool. It also makes what's going on now in the internet, I mean, I'm gonna sound old, but overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming.
Because I do so much work, back in the day to get a quarter of the information that I can get in like an hour now.
That's true.
I love that back in the day, popping the VHSs, going to the video store, looking at the square box cases, trying to figure it out. But then, once DVDs came out, that's when I went deep in, because all the extra bonus features and extra deleted scenes, the bloopers, the commentary, man, I would watch them.
Aspect ratio.
And over and over. I used to love it. I miss it.
I was that pain in the butt that was like, thank God, finally more things are going to be released in Letterboxd because it's scope. Yep, I was one of those guys.
Repulsion.
Ooh, yay! A very uplifting, light movie for the first week in November.
What is next month's theme?
Black and white.
Black and white.
That makes sense.
Which this wheel was curated by our guy, the professor, Trevor.
So there could be wild ass movies.
What are the other ones?
Oh, Man Bites Dog. White Reindeer. Let me see here. I think it was another folk horror film.
Something Golem or Golem something. I believe.
Der Golem.
There we go.
The only full silent Golem film that exists. Der Golem.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I will also tell you this. You should tell him how much he needs to watch Night of the Lapis.
Good movie. Great movie. Although I have to say, Food of the Gods is still my thing as far as like crazy animal U.S. films.
You said Night of the Labia? What?
Lapis.
Okay, that's probably an X movie. This involves rabbits.
Okay.
Lapis. So
send me the movie cover when you get a chance. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are films called that, and it's unfortunate that they don't think they're playing on Night of the Lepus, because that would be great. A bunch of porn actors going around, oh, what are we going to do with this movie? I saw Night of the Lepus when I was a kid. It was awesome. Let's call it Night of the Labia. That'd be awesome, And I want to apologize that I've been, this is a very special, opera's a very special movie to me, so sorry if I've been over.
Oh, no. You're good. This is what we We're supposed to talk on podcast, man, and we were talking.
Yeah,
Trevor, we were talking about it backstage, but come on, pick it up. You gotta tighten it up a little bit.
Hey, I actually set up some of my recording equipment this week to start making new shows.
Good shit.
Let's go.
Let's get there.
And I also got an Adobe Audition subscription, so I'm paying it too.
Uploaded
awesome
all of your picks, all my video reviews for your picks, and I cannot wait. I had to mix in a lot of crime drama this month with horror.
Okay.
So, but I got them in. It's
dropping in November.
New movies I've been watching.
I'm so excited to see them.
So
dropping in November. Nice.
Yep, starts next week. With next week starts. Oh, now I'm gonna draw a blank.
Onion Field.
The first classic film review is Mean Streets.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to. I forget what it's not the Black Marble. The Black Marble's the second week. I can't remember which one.
It's a fun little movie. Yeah.
That's for you, Mick.
Romero's Night of the Labia, produced by. Oh, nice.
Remember to stop by STURD-O-WEEN's Discord tonight if you want to watch any one of the new top 2020-25.
Dawn of the Dick.
2020.
Dawn of the Dick? Is that what you just said?
That's what I said. Yeah, I mean, if you have to think about if Night of the Labia does that well, you're probably going to need a sequel. So, I mean, that is
true.
Obvious, yeah.
That is true. But on Popcorn and Pints this Saturday, we will be discussing / reviewing a haunted house. No, maybe a haunted house, and Evil Dead Part 2, and then we have a punishment because Mick Manhattan decided he didn't want to spend time with us last weekend. So we're gonna be doing the movie, The Neverending Story Part 2. Am I excited about it? Kind of. I don't know if I've ever seen it or not.
I have a feeling it's gonna be horrible.
You get to see the other two are funny, man. That's about it.
Nick, put me on when you do. I'm all about it. That's fine. We can do a Heat episode because Heat 2 is coming.
There you go.
Also, it's Halloween. Stay safe.
It is.
Wear reflective clothing.
You see, they're doing a remake of American Psycho with Robbie.
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think she'll do a good job.
Robbie's playing it.
Yeah.
I'm down. I hope they have the chainsaw scene again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm hoping I can get a chance to see Begonia in the theaters.
Yeah, I gotta check that out because I'm reviewing it next week.
Yeah.
This week's tomorrow. Oh man, tomorrow 400th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Live 9 p.m. special time tomorrow. Pretty much, Trevor, more than welcome, please.
Oh wait. Say that again. You said it's at 9 tomorrow. I'm bringing you big. This is important. This is Halloween.
Yes, it's at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. We're going to be live. It's our 400th episode, our Halloween special episode. Super excited for it. I was not, but then Sturdy Bird over there kept prodding me and got me excited for it. So I have some fun stuff in store for them. I'm reviewing the new Springsteen movie and the new Frankenstein movie. And then we're doing a top 5 Halloween traditions. And then I have some more fun stuff in store that I'm not going to say. Yeah, you just got to stop by. It's gonna be interesting. So.
You guys got to tune in for that, is what he's saying. You guys got to just tune in and see what the hell he has in store for us.
We're all going to be in costume.
Oh, yep. Yeah, all in costume. Oh, I got my costume ready, too.
Nice. One way or another. Whether it's a mask, a wig, some shit. But we're going to have some stuff. It's going to be a good time. You guys should definitely tune in for it.
Just come in a costume.
Yeah, it's a Halloween. It's a Halloween get-together. It's episode 400 for the scene.
The only thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be my version of Tim Mimosa.
Yeah. Oh, no. You know what the episode's called tomorrow? The Tim and Mimosa Halloween special.
What's the one we dressed up as wrestlers
if I continue on, we're going to have a Tim and Mimosa annual Halloween special every year.
Wow.
I think awesome. You should.
That'd be awesome.
This one's for you, Mick.
Can I be on this one last week? Yes, 100%. Please do. Yes. Welcome. Come on. I want more people. I want this to be fun. I want the 400th to go out with a bang.
Yes.
We are taking some time off in November, though. We're going to take a few weeks off. because shit's getting tough.
I hear you.
I get it. I get it. Take a little break.
Keep your head up out there.
Get some fresh air.
Don't dress like Ice for Halloween because that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Don't dress like Bad Bunny because Jesus, that poor guy.
Listen,
I was gonna come as a big ass Ice Cube, but never mind.
I want to see more inflatable frogs.
Can we do a protest that's just Ice themed?
Ice Cube, Ice Tea.
Everyone shows up as
Ice Cream,
Ice Cubes, Ice Cream. Oh my God, I would
Ice Capades, whatever the hell that is.
Oh my God, you remember? I went to the Star Wars Ice Capades when it was at Hershey.
Jesus.
When was that?
Ice Spice? No, you won't, Johnny. You better not. You
Babe, I need a wig.
Little skirt.
No. It's not ice themed on the show.
Oh man.
Go to the protest for that.
Oh man. But yeah, so make sure you guys check into the scene time tomorrow at 9:00 Eastern time for episode 400. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be a great time. Make sure you guys also tune into Popcorn and Pints Saturday at 9:00 Eastern time for those films we discussed earlier: Haunted House, Evil Dead 2, and you guessed it, you wanted it, you requested it, so we're gonna be doing it.
I'm showing my breasts.
I'll time to see some fucking nipple.
Well, that's not what it was, but yeah, we have our punishment going on this weekend, and then we'll be back on Horror Research 30 at our regular time, Thursdays at 8:00 Eastern time, because this is the last week of STURD-O-WEEN.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be back on just Thursdays until next September.
Awesome.
So yes, black and white theme, black and white films. I may be in black and white. We'll see. But make sure you check out WorstDamnGamerEvr, Mother Fort and Fortnite Fridays, and all the other dope stuff he does. Make sure you check out Popcorn and Pints, like I said, Horror Research 30, and Bastard Media. You guys heard it here. Trevor got some equipment. He's getting back to his shit soon. Even if he kicks it off in 2026, he's getting back to his shit soon. So you guys better not miss that. You better not miss that. And of course, Scene Snobs tomorrow, 9:00 Eastern time. Be there. Go subscribe now. Go subscribe everywhere now.
I was gonna say it's easier than us going to your Discord to link you there when all you got to do is hit the subscribe or follow button right now, and you'll know when we're live.
Boom! Exactly what he said. And the Discord description is the Discord is in the description. The link is in the description. You guys can go check that out. Boom. And again, Mick will be hosting a watch party tonight over in there. Him, Sinners, and Weapons. So go check that out. But with that said, we're gonna bounce, little people, and I'll see you in your nightmares. Stay safe. Have a dope Halloween. Don't fuck it up for the kids.
Bronson,
Peace.
Thank you.